Pickup order secured. I am so happy about this stuff. Hi there, I'm Leanne, and this is Making My Abode on the Road. I have 10 awesome new IKEA RV organization products to show you, so let's start in the bathroom. The first item is a 2-pack of suction cup hooks. So hard to do one-handed. So obviously you want to make sure the surface is clean, and you can kind of do a little extra and wipe it with some alcohol. I did do that. So basically you just, this is like sticky. You just stick it on there and you just push right here. And you push really hard. You can't just go like that, like it has to click, and I'll show you what I mean. Like that. And that sucker is not going anywhere. I'll show you how to get it off again. See how it just kind of released it? And you have to make sure that that pops, because if it doesn't, like if you don't push it all the way in, it will fall off. So just make sure you hear that click and pop it in. I was having that problem with this. This is just a little same thing, same mechanism, except this actually turns to loosen and tighten. But anyway, I wanted this in here to hold just little small things that I like to have in the shower. When I first put this up, I was trying to put it up high and I couldn't get it pushed in good enough. And so it kept falling down. So just make sure that you get it, you push that in, and it should stay perfect. It's been up there now for probably over a week. So. And then the same with the soap dish. I showed you guys before, I used to have a Dollar Tree one with suction cups, and that worked pretty well, but I went through 2 of them already. I busted 2 of them. I mean, it's cheap plastic from the Dollar Tree, so, you know, they break easy, but this is nice, sturdy plastic. The suction is way better, because sometimes I did have to kind of re-suction the Dollar Tree one, but this one works really well. And it actually comes with another little tray that goes in there, but it didn't have holes. So I want holes because I want it to drain and I want the soap to dry. So, but you can do whatever you want. Actually, you can even use that separate soap dish somewhere else if you wanted. I also grabbed a new flatware organizer. I don't know if you remember, I've showed you guys this drawer before, but I had a white one in here, a white plastic one. That was a big mistake. I swear, it's just something about, you know, metal and stuff that you put in here, it bangs on it and it'll scuff it up. And it's like impossible to clean, and then it just looks raggedy and gross in here, even if I've cleaned it. It was just a Dollar Tree one that I had before. I mean, because why would you spend a lot of money on something like this, especially for your RV? I mean, I really like those nice bamboo ones, but you might as well just get a cheap one from Dollar Tree or IKEA. I believe this was, I think, like $1.49. Super cheap, and I mean, it's just the same as like what you would get from Dollar Tree, but it's just much better because it's black. Another thing I picked up was these little magnetic clips. I mean, you could use these for all kinds of things. They're really good and sturdy, so you could even hang something on here. I mean, like a pot holder. That would work good. Of course, well, maybe not. Let's see. Okay, you could. Just don't do it crazy like I did. Maybe a one that's a little lighter you could hang on there. They work really good for hanging up a recipe, or maybe a little note that you need to leave for your husband because you went out to the store so he knows where you went. I also found something for the refrigerator. This little drawer. Oh my gosh, it's so good. They have those cheap, crappy ones at Dollar Tree. Don't even bother with those. These are maybe a couple dollars more, and it's really sturdy. It has suction cups back there to suction up to the glass so it stays in place. It'll clip right over most refrigerator shelves. You could put any kind of little stuff in there. It's, you know, because it is just a small drawer, maybe cheese slices. But you know how you get like the Kraft Deluxe and you open it up and they all just kind of fall and spread all over the place? This would be a good thing for that. But we just put our little sauces that we got from getting Chinese food in there. Anything little, perfect. I also put one of the suction cups right here. Actually, this is another thing from IKEA, the shoe organizer. Really nice for shoes. I put this suction cup here because I actually had a command hook on here, but it did not stay. I don't know if it's because just the texture of this and it's kind of slippery. I don't know, but it didn't work. But this suction hook works perfect. It stayed and is holding the fly swatter. Perfect. These cable holders are super helpful for keeping all your charging cords neat and tidy. I've showed you all this before. I kind of had a different situation going on here. Before I had just one of these little things, and then I would kind of take the cord and pop it up here. But this actually works much better. I store my mop here. I have a steam mop that I put right here, and these cords kind of interfere with it, and it's just this whole situation. But so what I do now is I just take this cord and pop it into that little thing there, and it holds it so that it's not hitting the mop. Let me just show you what I have here. So this is my phone charger, and then I have it clipped in here. It's a 3-pack with different sizes, and it has little holes here too, so you can put charging cords through there, but they will kind of slip through if they're too small, so you can use this part right here. But anyway, so that, you know, just comes right out, snaps right back in. What I need to do is get a different charger that has 2 of the USB-C. That way I can just keep my watch and my phone charger plugged in all the time and then not have to do like switcheroo. So I keep my vacuum charger plugged in right here, and the cords hanging down and hitting the floor was just a problem. So I just took one of those little Velcro cord holders and tightened that up. That way it's not dragging all over the floor. And then when I charge my vacuum, I just set it up here on the dresser and plug it in until it's charged. And then I take it and just pop it right back in there. I also picked up these drawer organizers. It was a set of 3, this little tray, and it has that little kind of lip, and you just put it right over the edge of a drawer. So this gives me just a little bit of extra space in here for small items. I love this. But the 3-pack, so here's the little one. The big one is right here. I store my vacuum right here in the drawer instead of hanging it up. It's bad enough that I have to have this. But anyway, what can you do? You have to have a vacuum, right? And a stick vac is, by the way, a game changer. But anyway, so I put the other one right here, and it holds my attachments for the vacuum. So when I need it, I can just go like that and stick it right back in, and then close the drawer. And the other one I put in here to hold pens. This one doesn't have an open bottom. If you have deep enough drawers, you could put this in your drawers. Mine aren't deep enough, and I think probably most RV drawers aren't. But maybe if you have one drawer that's deeper, maybe let's say all your little pieces to your Instant Pot, you could hang this over the edge of a drawer and put all those little pieces in there. But I just stuck it in here to hold pens and pencils. Last thing I got was this little wall organizer, and it doesn't come with hardware, by the way. But I'm okay with that. This, I just wanted to hang it with alien tape. You could do so much with this thing. It could hold keys, a little note thing. My daughter puts her journal here and her bookmark, or whatever book that she's currently reading. You could have a phone sitting here, charging. You could do all kinds of things with this. And this is metal, so you could put little magnets on it, hold notes. And this was $1.49. Which of these was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Do you want to see what else I got at IKEA? It's not organizing stuff, just a few things you might find interesting. Dish towels. I love getting my dish towels at IKEA. I don't know why. I guess I just like the different textures that they have, the different colors. They last a long time. They all have these little loop things that make it really easy to hang up. I usually get, these are actually not dish towels from the kitchen area. They're actually hand towels from the bath section. And then I also really like these thin ones. These are perfect for covering up baked goods or dough when you're wanting to rise it. And they're actually pretty absorbent. Surprisingly, they're really thin, kind of like linen texture, linen fabric. So I got a few other things that I needed for the kitchen. Starting with these, just some basic measuring spoons. I had a really nice set that I bought at some grocery store. I don't know. They were stainless steel and they were magnetic and they kind of stacked together. I thought they were really cool and they kind of were, but then one of them, the tablespoon got bent and then I tried to bend it back and it just broke, which I thought was kind of ridiculous. They were stainless steel. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but I was kind of ticked because I paid a lot of money for those. I'm pretty sure they were like 20 bucks for the whole set. So anyway, I replaced those with these. These are super cheap too, by the way. I also got a new zester. I had a really nice one just like this before we ever moved into the RV. And I replaced it with a plastic one because for some reason when I started, I thought I had to replace everything with plastic for weight reasons, which you do want to be careful of that, but you know, I don't want to keep buying stuff over and over and over again. And that's what happened. I bought a replacement plastic little kind of deal that folded up too, because I was thinking of space also, because this is kind of long. It was actually kind of a cool little thing. I mean, it folded up, but it wasn't long. And one of the folding mechanisms quit working. So it was just kind of like floppy. So I just went back to good old trusty, sturdy zester. Another thing I got was a new oil bottle to replace one that I had that was clear. I only use olive oil and avocado oil. And I know olive oil has to go in a dark bottle. I've always known that, but I didn't realize the same for avocado oil. And the other bottle I had was clear, so I picked this up. This was also really cheap and really pretty. I love the color. It matches some of the blue accents in here, so. Another thing I picked up were just a couple refills for the dish brush. This is a stainless steel, and you just buy these little replacements, the little replacement heads. It's a natural brush, so you're not like scrubbing with plastic and getting microplastics from that. And then you just kind of push that in, and then this little thing clips over and locks it in place, and you can scrub your dishes. And then I just attached a little string on here so that I could hang it right here on this hook. And the last thing I got for the kitchen is a new trivet. This is actually really cool. It can be this size, or you can kind of open that and spread it out. And you can use it for a really big pot. I also like that I don't have to find a separate place to store it. I can just hang it right from this string. The one thing in the bathroom. Okay. I've been wanting these for a long time because it's just kind of a sustainable item, something that I buy all the time and throw away. And this is like reusable. It's kind of hard sometimes, especially living in an RV, to be sustainable and, you know, try not to throw so much stuff away. But I do my best. So I did find these little cotton like face cleaning pads. Super nice, super soft. I love these. And they came in a little bag, a little laundry bag, and I have these hanging up on a hook in the bathroom, and then we just put the dirty one in there once we're done. My daughter and I, one of my daughters and I, use these. These are going to be perfect. and then I won't have to buy cotton pads anymore. So that should save us some money. I am fully convinced that IKEA's Click and Collect is the best way to shop IKEA. You just place your order on the app and then you swing by and pick it up. You don't have to deal with all the craziness of IKEA. As you know, shopping at IKEA can be very time consuming, so it's actually really convenient for travelers. Do you ever use the store pickup at any of the stores you go to? Walmart, Kroger, any of that? One thing I've noticed though is that you can only order on the app. I've tried ordering online on my laptop and it just doesn't seem to work. I don't know why. It just like won't take the payment. I don't know if it has something to do with their system or whatever, but it only works on the app. So if you're someone who doesn't really want to use apps on your phone, that's not going to work. They only hold it for 24 hours once you get the email that says it's ready for pickup. So you got to kind of plan around that. It's also not available at every store. I needed a new cooling rack. My old one from Pampered Chef had a non-stick coating on it that started peeling off. So I grabbed this stainless steel one and it's perfect and I love it. If you liked this video, you'll definitely like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.